Okay, good morning. Today is the second day of Iyar. Friday, the second day of Iyar, May 10th. And we're going to count the Omer, Hayoim, Shiva, Asar, Yaim, Heim, Shavu, Shnei Shavuos, Shloisha Yamim LaOmer. Today's 17 days, which is 2 weeks and 3 days of the Omer. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, first of all, welcome to David Craw. Welcome, David. Good to see you. Today we conclude the 44th chapter of Likutei Amora in Tanya. We're on page 79 of Chayenu. You got it, Steve? Okay, today's lesson. Yesterday we spoke about the two different loves. We've been talking about this the last few days in Parak 44 of Tanya, Memdalad. That basically one form of love is that of the way we love our life, the way we love our essence. Even if we're not thinking about it consciously, we always want to be happy. We always want to live life to the fullest. That's the way we should love Hashem. And the second way we talked about is the way a child, when you're a child, all you want to do is, especially if you're feeling fear or if you're hungry or anything you need, you're going to run to your parents. You're going to run to your father. He's going to take care of it. I have a boo boy, scrape my knee, Tati. The kids are running down the hall. What happened? They come running to Tati. So that's the way we should love our Father in heaven. In today's lesson, there's an advantage to a conscious love of Hashem, even if it's lower level than that of something that was passed on to us. So when we work consciously, intellectually, stimulating that love through a thought process, it's more enduring. A person, remember we spoke about two loves, the Ava Rabba, which is a great love. It's like a passionate love that you feel excited and enjoying whatever that moment is, or whatever that pleasure is. Nonetheless, a person must strain his intellect to apprehend and attain the above mentioned, the level of Avas Olam, which is steady and consistent. It means you're constantly thinking about Hashem, and that love is constantly burning throughout the day and throughout your lifetime. And it stems from understanding and knowledge of the greatness of Hashem. And that doesn't come naturally. That comes with a lot of work and a lot of effort, practice. Again, so even if we're born with the skill set, we got to work on it over and over and over, repetition until we perfect it. And even then, the players that are the greatest players, they're still out early working on their shot, working on their whatever it is, their swing, whatever it is. Today, so as such, it differs from the loves of my soul and like a son, which essentially are inherited and only revealed through contemplation. A son doesn't have to think about loving his father, but the king and the connection we have when we think about how Hashem takes care of us, that's something we have to think about constantly. How and why? To activate the soul, yeah, to trigger. Today, lahagdil, meduras eish, ha'ahava berishvei eish al heves azal lahav v'lahav, ha'oile hashamayma, ad shamayim rabim lo yuchlo lechabois b'chulu v'naharis lo yishtepuha. In order to fan the blaze of the fiery love. So you have the little coals burning in the next day you come after a bonfire, and my kids like the little fire in the fire pit. Hopefully you don't have that, anything burning the next day. But if you go camping, you're overnight, you're making the thing, you put the hot dogs. The next day there's a tiny little spark, just a little coal, little red coal burning on the bottom. Everything else is white and black and whatever. So you have to fan the flames in order to bring the flames back up. I mean, not even the flames, the coals. So you have to fan the blaze of the fiery love with the glowing coals in an intense fire and a flame that rises heavenward. What happens then? The pasuk says, not even many waters, which are enemies of the love, There's so many things that try to cool us off of Yiddishkeit and of our connection to Hashem. So not even many waters of our enemies can extinguish it, nor rivers quench it. So love created purely as a result of contemplation is more enduring, it's more passionate, it's more fiery than the love which is essentially inherited, even when the inherited love is revealed through contemplation. Al there's a superiority and an excellence in the quality of love burning like fiery coals and an intense flame, which comes from understanding and knowledge of the greatness and transcendence of the blessed Ein Sof. That means that we're trying so hard to connect to Hashem in our minds. When we look outside, when we look internally, when we daven, when we learn, when we do a mitzvah, think about the greatness of Hashem. And we discussed that over the two categories of love referred to above, when they are not like fiery coals in a blaze, but merely results from feeling or contemplating Hashem's closeness to a Jew, inasmuch as he is the source of our life and our true Father. What's the superiority of intellectual-based love versus passionate, emotional, inherited love? Similarly, it's the superiority and excellence of gold over silver, as will be explained in a moment. So the Alter Rebbe provides another reason why holy contemplative love is necessary. It says holy, it's with a W here. WHOLLY. It's important to attain contemplative love, not only because of the superiority of the resulting passion, that obviously your passion is intensified when it's not just some natural inherited love, right? When you make your own money, you work for it. You're like, that's my money, I earned it. You could have more money that you received as an inheritance, and it's great, and you use it and you spend it. But I got it from as a Yerusha, it's not, you work on it. Exactly. By contemplating Hashem's greatness, one fulfills the whole purpose of creation. Whoa, huge statement. That created beings should come to know and understand God's greatness. This is the whole purpose. This is man's entire purpose in this world. That one may know the glory of Hashem and the majestic splendor of his greatness. Everyone according to his capacity, according to his level. Begin the pasuk says, in order that they may know him, and so forth. What we say these words. It says in the many or in Kurdish, it says, know who you're standing before. You say, oh, it's a nice pasuk. I'm standing for Hashem. You just say the word and then you go and daven. Well, what is this Hashem? So it's our obligation and it's our constant lifelong battle and struggle and purpose and mission to understand what is Hashem and the greatness of Hashem and to connect with him in the deepest possible way. Chol Avavcha is great. Chol Nafshecha is even better. With all your might, you have to love Hashem with all your heart, soul, and mind. Ava Rabba is great. Ava Rabba is, you feel it on Simchas Torah, you feel it on Shabbos when we're taking, you feel it when we're reading Az Yashir, you feel it when you're saying the Shema. But Avas Olam is something that you have to work on. That's not going to come so easy. It's going to take a lot of dedication and devotion, and every single day a cheshbon and nefesh, and work and work and work. And when you feel like you're absolutely exhausted and can't do anymore, you do it again. It endures. Why does it endure? Because you put in the effort. That's why it endures. The purpose, the takeaway for today is, and I'm going to say something else here. I'm going to finish off. So I see Chaim has to go. The purpose of your creation is that you, within your physical body, with the backdrop of your physical world and reality, become intimately aware of Hashem. Think about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Get to know Hashem. It seems a little far-fetched, but on some basic level, we can do it. And it only comes about if we work on it. So if every Yid has the ability, it's like you were born being able to play a certain sport. But unless you practice over and over and over, you're never going to be able to do it. You're never going to be good at it. It reminds me, I got to do exercise to my back. Anyway, the doc says, you know how to do it, just do it. I'm like, I know, and you keep pushing it up. Anyways, everyone have a good day, a good Chodesh. I just want to finish off with one more thing here. He says there's a special quality, Chaim. Thank you, Chaim. There's a special quality and purpose in contemplation that leads to love itself. So it's one thing if you inherit the love, but if something comes about by thinking about it, contemplation of Hashem's greatness is exercised to a much greater degree in love than is created from contemplation that is found in love, which is merely revealed through contemplation, as in the case of the two aforementioned kinds of love. Okay, let's explain. In order to merely reveal the love of my soul by contemplating how Hashem is the true source of life, or to reveal the love like a son by contemplating how Hashem is our true father, one's meditation need not be exceedingly profound. You just think about it. Oh, I'm the son, so I love my father. Hashem created me, he gives me life, so I love him. Easy. A much deeper understanding and more profound mode of meditation is necessary in order to create a love of Hashem based solely on intellectual comprehension. That's not hand-fed, that's not spoon-fed, that's not, automatic. That's going to take effort on your part, intense effort, and ongoing effort, consistency. As a result, the divine intention that we may know him. Remember that next time you see that pasuk. Remember that before you stand up. If the Torah is coming out and you're supposed to know who this God is that we stand before. Oh, what is it? That created beings come to know Hashem is realized to a much greater extent through contemplative love. We have to think about it, and we have to conjure up the feelings through thinking about Hashem, that everything He does for us, from the beginning of creation to the end of the world, and the fact that He's going to bring Mashiach at any moment. This is the additional reason, and to create a dwelling place for Him, to create a home that He's comfortable being in. This is the additional reason as to why the kinds of love inherited from the patriarchs, from our fathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, do not suffice. Yes, it's within us. Yes, it gives us a kickstart, a jumpstart, but it's necessary and vital to exert oneself to attain a love of Hashem that stems entirely from contemplating Hashem's greatness. And that is a lifetime of hard work. Now go do it. Have a good day, everyone, and a good Shabbos Kodesh.